And welcome everybody to this severely delayed episode 2 of Wherever the Wind Blows. My name is Morgan Guigon, and I am your host and my co-host, Christopher Estep, who is in between having a working webcam and not. So we may not see him a lot today, but trust me, you won't get to see a lot of my beautiful face either, because we have a lot of interesting topics to talk about, and hopefully you get to see a lot about that. So, anyway, what we have planned for tonight is we are going to talk about our choice of the top 5 colleges for meteorology, while also, well, before talking about the Boston blizzard that recently happened. So, very interesting topics ahead. But before that, I would quickly like to give a shout out and a quick screen cap, if it's going to let me. Here we go. To my friends at Tornado Titans. They have a fabulous new project going on called Titan U. They previously did this, and now they've need funding for it. So we greatly encourage you to go over, check them out. Please back their project if you can. They aren't one of the people that's going to ask for $300 for you to buy a t-shirt that has their name on the back of it. They have amazing things. Trust me, for $500, you're gonna go chasing with them. 1,500 for 4 days. So it's definitely a great thing to go check out, and I encourage everybody to go check them out. And please donate, because they are a great set of people who definitely have great plans for this. And I'm done pandering. So, our first topic is actually, what do we see as the top 5 colleges for meteorology? Now, Chris, what's your opinion on this as I bring my number 5 choice up? Chris? Chris?
Just keep going, Morgan. I told
Speak.
you.
Just speak. That's all that matters. Just speak.
Okay. Then it's hard to do it when you're freezing up. I thought all this was supposed to be done.
It is done. I have it. I just need a filler. You see, everybody, technical difficulties, they love us. So, we've just been followed by them. So, you're welcome. I will screen share my number 5 choice, which is St. Louis. St. Louis University out of St. Louis, Missouri. A very beautiful school. It is also a private school, so you gotta have some moolah. Anyway, it's definitely a very good school. A lot of top meteorologists come out of SLU, and their meteorology program is also very amazing and good, and definitely, St. Louis, it's a very nice metropolitan area, and also a very good place if you want to be a storm chaser, as you kind of get everything, because you have, you know, snow there, you have hail, you do have tornadoes. So it is definitely the place that you definitely prosper with a meteorology degree from. And it's definitely a place where while you're in school, you will learn from experience too. So that is choice numero cinco. Chris, any comments?
Nope, I would actually be a good dad. It's right in the middle of everything, man.
Oh yeah. And after we're done this, I'm
I
actually
mean,
going to quickly speak on equipment I'm going to be buying after this podcast so we can avoid some technical difficulties. Anyway, number 4, out of Texas, Texas A&M University, out of College Park, Texas? Yeah, out of College Park, Texas. They also have a great meteorology school and again are in the kind of heart of everything. Only an hour or so from Houston, so you do have tornado potential and also hurricane potential. And you're also not too far from Oklahoma, where it's kind of known as the heart of Tornado Alley. So definitely a good place to consider if you are looking at a school that is kind of more to the south. So that's just one place to consider and is definitely a good one. And I like them very much. They are kind of in the middle of everything. They don't have the snow aspect, but they do have hurricanes and tornadoes. And you have a ton of great metropolitan areas not too far away. You know, you have Houston and then Galveston and Dallas Fort Worth, not too far. So definitely somewhere fun to kind of go to school, in my opinion. Chris?
um, it is close to the ocean. Also, Texas is like a cloud structures and stuff like that. Texas is a good place to go. I actually talked to who chased in Texas, and the cloud structures they send me are just simply amazing. So it is a wonderful place to go to study storms.
Oh, yeah, and definitely to kind of be in the middle of it all, too, is huge, especially between hurricanes and tornadoes. That's absolutely amazing and really big. So, definitely, I think it comes in number 4 because these other places just have better overall programs. Uh, so it was both location and program strength considered here. So uh, definitely this goes number 4 due to its amazing location and a great program. Next, number 3, last year's college football national champions, Florida State
Yes,
University out
sure.
of Tallahassee, uh, Tallahassee, Florida. You got to represent, Florida. You. If you like people, please stay away from here. Uh, but FSU is amazing. There's some great people there. Their program is also really good. It has a very, very good reputation, especially in the aspects of tropical meteorology. So if you want to get into the field of tropical meteorology, it's extremely good. It's very close to Dixie Alley, which is more of a challenge to chase in, but it's still extremely interesting. And you're in sunny, sunny Florida, except for Tallahassee. It snows there every now and then. But it does turn around and give you not only tornado potential, but a lot of hurricane potential also exists. Chris?
I mean, Florida State, like, I mean, it's getting as close. We just had a tornado in Boca Raton, Florida. Is that how you pronounce it? On
No,
Thursday, so that would be
Florida State is in Tallahassee. FAU, where I'm currently at, is in Boca Raton, where I was. We'll talk about that later. I don't want to get off track.
excuse me, everyone there.
Yeah,
Okay,
we keep getting off
but
track every
but
single
yes,
episode of the podcast, and I just love it.
okay. Well, I'm not very good at my geography. Trust me on that one. So
I don't think really
anyway,
any of us are
go
as
ahead.
meteorologists.
But anyway, you go ahead.
And the number 2 college, in my opinion, for meteorology, Penn State University out of College Park, Pennsylvania. What a amazing school for meteorology, especially if you want a job straight out of school. They have a deal with AccuWeather, who actually hires people straight out of their undergrad years and guarantees them a job. So it's definitely a amazing school. Location, not too great if you want to be a storm chaser, but you do have snow out the wazoo there. So if you want to be a snow chaser, feel free. I don't know what is going on in your mind. It is hell. Chris, any opinions?
Um, I mean, my opinion is from that would be a good school to go to because you almost guaranteed a job. I mean,
Oh yeah, and
these
that's
days it's so hard to get a job. It's just so hard to get a job. I mean, people always want people with experience, whether right away. So that would be a good school to attend, even though it does not give you a good storm chase. And so you can pursue that later. But to get your degree, this is a good place to go.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree. And to go there and almost be guaranteed a job is also just amazing. It's a great way in an industry that's so competitive to turn around and uh you know have something. Chris,
Yes,
any comments?
I'm here.
No comments?
No, no comment, buddy. Nope, you're good.
Yeah, we're gonna get off track. It doesn't matter. Why do I even try to stay on track? I was actually told after the last podcast by a viewer, it's like, you don't go to Chris enough. It's like, fine, I will. Go ahead, here. Chris can say whatever he wants for the next minute. Go.
Man, no, really. Okay.
Until 8:45, I will not speak. It's Chris's time. He can say whatever the hell he wants.
No, I'd say you go ahead and go to the next school because that's the school I see up here. I have something to say about. But you can go ahead.
Alright,
It's
it's 8:45. I can speak again. Anyway, our final and number 1 choice for your college for meteorology is the U of the O, the University of Oklahoma out of Norman, Oklahoma. Let me tell you what a flippin' amazing school. If you're not considering that school, I don't know what's wrong with you. How do you want to become a meteorologist if you don't want to, go here? What a great school, I can tell you that. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, Chris can tell you a little bit about it as I refix my mic.
Um, well, actually, there's a site. Actually, I've been studying it lately. It's called a shop. With are you familiar with him?
Who?
Rich Thompson?
Rich Thompson, lead forecaster, Storm Prediction Center. Awesome guy. So
That's
smart.
it.
He's definitely somebody for
Well,
everybody to look up to.
he's been doing. I've been watching. He's been doing this workshop. So he's been doing this workshop where, he does it online, and once a week he's doing something new. Like, this week he's teaching people how to read sounding and wind shear, how they make the sounding, and all that stuff. So I'd recommend to storm chasers or people who are beginners to go to his website, which I'm sorry I don't have technical difficulties in my computer, but he's doing a workshop. I will have that website up for you next week. But I've been studying his
And
workshop quite a bit, so trying to learn more about forecasting and stuff.
between that, I will put it on the South Florida Storm Chasers Twitter, uh, so you can go check it out every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 Central. Oh, I watched it too. Absolutely amazing. It was a great refresher for more experienced people. If you're not as experienced, it's amazing. You're going to learn a lot. I greatly encourage you to go watch it. So, we have reached the end of that segment of the podcast. And just a quick note, this podcast will end up being a lot shorter than usual due to the fact that Chris is experienced technical difficulties. So it's going to be mostly me, and I know a lot of people don't want that. Uh, we also are having another 2 podcasts next week. We have one the 13th with Kevin Seeley, a meteorologist out of Texas. He'll be joining us on the 13th, same time. And then on Monday, February 16th, it is actually a training podcast for members of Westside Tornado Chasers, but it will be available to the public so that you can also become educated from what we're going to teach. I will be hosting it live from FAU, from Florida Atlantic University in Boca Raton. So it will be a live set, unlike this, which is more of a studio. Well, it's more of becoming a studio. I'm doing some work in the background that you can't see. Uh, I also will have 2 live guests with me, who Chris does not know yet, are actually 2 buddies of mine, but extremely smart computer guys, uh, who have helped me kind of grow into this realm of electronics too, so, and social media. So that's 2 things that are really going to be on there. It's going to be a lot of teaching, but I'm going to try to keep it as basic as possible because I don't want to do anything too intense, just the basics for now, but that's kind of my plan. So uh, that's what we have on the 16th. That should be at 9 a.m. I may move it to even earlier if I can get out of something that I have at 8. But it should be about an hour and a half long, which would be absolutely amazing because it turns around and really it's a lot of content. So, and to have it be a live set will be another cool thing that we haven't done yet. I don't know exactly where yet. FAU doesn't like my idea of using their campus as a podcast set, so I am going to have to sneak around. And also, uh, for that episode, ooh, I will be buying some new equipment that soon you really won't see. If you want it, I can do a kind of technical video with everything and showing you everything, but it will be a soundboard. We'll have more microphones. We'll have the ability to bring phone calls into the podcast. It's really a huge upgrade, so I look forward to it, and I definitely think that it's only going to help us grow, and it's going to allow for us to do more live things with multiple people. So as
You gotta
we
fix my computer.
and Chris will work in the next week to fix his computer. He's giving you guys a thumbs up. I'm telling you guys because you can't see him. I don't know. Maybe you can see him. No, you can. It's still all black. Like the New Zealand All Blacks. Awesome rugby team. Anyway, yeah, I'll be doing that too.
I can see me.
Chris, we can all see me. I hope that's true. Yeah, I don't see you. They don't see you. We're gonna have a black screen half this video because I'm constantly switching to you to try to make it so everybody sees you. But no. Google Plus is just like Chris. Anyway, also with the growth of the podcast, so that we can have more live guests, means we're gonna go do a lot more live things. I'm gonna be buying some knob podcast related things also. Uh, it's gonna be a few microphones that just clip on instead of these, and you guys can expect a few videos on this YouTube page because I plan on doing a few fun Valentine's Day videos, uh, and a couple other things that are just going to be really fun and nice and kind of different to do. So you can expect those. I'm going to get a few more mics and everything. It's going to make it so everybody can do something. I like it a lot. It's going to really help us grow, and I really see the potential for us to grow. Anyway, the second half of this extremely shortened podcast will be a talk about the Boston blizzard that happened, I think like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Sorry that I'm like in between words. I'm actually having some hiccups in the background. So, turn around. Oh, wait, I forgot one more thing. I will actually soon be announcing this officially, but I should be starring on another podcast. It's a lot different from this. It's non-meteorology related. It's with just a couple of really cool friends of mine. No names on it yet. Nothing's been released about it yet. It's just a heads up to you guys to keep a lookout for it. When we do release an official statement on it, I will put it on this YouTube page too. It will have a Twitter, so I'll endorse the Twitter too. It's gonna be really fun. we're going to be expressing our free speech a little bit too much, so expect a lot of curse words and everything. But it will be another kind of live podcast type thing like this, where we're going to do it live and then archive it on the YouTube page. But also, it will be hosted live at FAU in Boca. So another fun thing to do, but it's me and 2 or 3 other amazing people who we have a ton of things in common, and it's definitely something that I think is going to be a ton of fun, and you guys are going to love it. If you like this, good for you, but it's going to be a lot more loose. There's not really going to be topics. It's just going to go. It's going to kind of be us, sitting there talking and having fun and everything. But it's going to be live and everything, so it should be really fun. I'm looking forward to it, and I definitely think everybody else will be too. So, as we transition into our next topic, which is the Boston Blizzard that happened about a week ago or something like that. We will turn around, look at some of the most intense pictures. Boston.com actually picked these pictures, so these are some of the best pictures from this Boston Blizzard, and I'll give a synopsis of it as we look throughout these pictures. So, here we go. The first thing that we will turn around and look at is this one. I live in Florida. You guys can't hear, but it's pouring rain outside right now. This first picture, which is of 2 people skiing on the street, is just amazing. It just shows how much snow there was, and just west of Boston there was about 36 inches of snow, so almost 3 feet of snow. So definitely extremely large amounts of snow. So, you know, this is something cool. It really shows how much snow there was. You have this, which is just a cute picture, a little dog running through. The snow is definitely, it's cute, it's fun, but it shows the seriousness of, how much snow they truly had, and it was a extremely large amount in an extremely short period of time. And a lot of deaths, in my opinion, were avoided because uh, everything was done in advance. Streets were shut down. People were told to get off the roads, and everything was kind of done in advance and readied. No. Chris, speak.
Yes, I'm sorry, I was talking to my son. Yeah, that all I can say is a lot of snow. I mean, I would never ever out where I live see 2 skiers skiing in the street. I mean, man, I wish I could do that. I mean, but I really can't even ski. I mean, look at this dog. I mean, he's all pretty much buried in snow and just standing on all fours. I mean, how much snow did they really get out there? I mean, was it like 19 inches or 18 or something like that?
Boston got, I think, 30 something inches, 31 inches. So, a
Well, I'm
fairly
way off then.
large amount of snow in an extremely short period of time. And also, you turn around and see just how people react there is extremely interesting. But that to me, to them that may be normal. To me, I'm from Florida. I see snow, I put my ski boots on and, do what I'm supposed to do, ski. But it's extremely interesting to see how they kind of reacted to a big snow event and how it really didn't phase them, even though they got so much in such low of a time. I mean, by the second day, uh, by the first day after the event, they were pretty much back to work and ready to turn around and start again. So it was definitely, to me, extremely interesting. But here's just another image. It shows you the brute amount of snow that they truly got. You turn around. Uh, definitely
But I mean,
something that is just absolutely a amazing thing. So turn around and just shows that a reaction in the positive sense is very possible. So here, this is just another kind of, let me get off of Chris. Here we go. It's just kind of another, cute picture, but it again shows, look at the snow drifts, and there is snow under that too. So there's a fairly large amount of snow, but you do see people are being crafty with it, and they turned around and responded in the best way possible. So definitely shows that it's not the type of response of, hey, you predicted 36 to 40 inches of snow, and then, we got nothing. No, it was more of a kind of response where people just turned around and reacted and had fun with it, which I definitely think is huge. So I'll go down to the next photo, which I think is this. You see, even, kids, they turn around middle of a snowstorm. All right, kids, let's go get the backpacks on, get your ski stuff ready, grab the shovel, and we gonna go have some fun. Everybody, took advantage of the situation, and it was very well done and very well played out by the people of Boston, as usual. And Chris, if you have anything to say, just cut in. So here's another thing, just people taking action to avoid the storm, and your boat gets snowed in. I mean, here in Florida, you own a boat. I could never imagine somebody saying to me, hey, hey, your boat ever been snowed in? No? Shoot. Mine has. You would never imagine that, but it's just, normal to them up there. And you see, again, in the background, you can really see it, how high the snow is here. It's as high as the, bottom bench of the table, and that's 2-3 feet off the ground. So it's extremely dangerous and extremely deep, too. But poor fellow with his boat, I bet all he wanted to do was, be in Florida. But trust me, you don't want that. Here, nothing really interesting there, just, snow. Same here. Here, though. Oh, I like this picture. Look at this. You have a, please excuse me if I'm wrong. I'm not up to date with religion. This is a church, I'm going to say. Maybe a mosque. Maybe a temple. I don't know. This guy has full ski apparel on and is about to go skiing on a snowdrift that is directly outside of this church. And you can see that it's probably 5-6 feet high. It's just how extreme events like this is. And it's extremely interesting how people react. And you see they just react with, Billy, Joe, Get the gear. We gonna go skiing at the church. The damn 6-foot mountain there, snow. We can praise God at the same time. Ski down and, hallelujah. I personally love how people react to events like this. To me, it's just one of the most interesting things ever. But that was one interesting thing. Here's school children, not too much here, not too much in the way of a snowdrift, but having fun. Another one here, cute dog pic. Poor dog, probably freezing. Owner didn't think about that. Also, if you are in a place where it snows, first of all, I'm sorry. Second of all, please be careful with your pets. Cold is extremely dangerous to them. Their body temperature can drop a lot lower than ours extremely quick. I mean, you can use them for comparisons, even though I highly discourage it, such as this. Probably a 3-foot tall dog. You can see the snow easily has 6 to 12 inches on them. Drifts like these is what you commonly see post storms like this. So turn around and it's ever so common. So just turn around, be careful in the face of a blizzard, but definitely turn around and be ready for anything. Here I will continue down. That is the end of that. But I'll end on this photo. Definitely,
Poor dog.
yeah, poor dog. It's just looking at the camera like, why? Why me? You suck. Look at me. I don't have any fur.
Aww.
I'm a lab. We're not designed for this. Get a flippin' Malamute. Or a wolf. Get one of those. Let me tell you, Husky's awesome flippin' dog. And this is kind of the first time I'm speaking out post last week when I canceled the podcast and handed over the company to Matt for a few days. And here I will bring it back to me. I don't have the mic stand anymore. I got rid of it. I decided to go handheld. My dog of 14, 15 years passed away last Monday. He was a Alaskan Husky / Siberian Husky mix whom I adopted from Colorado after he was done being a sled dog. So, it definitely caught me off guard. It wasn't expected or anything, and definitely that's why I think I reacted so harshly with instantly canceling the podcast, turning around, letting Matt take the company for a few days. Just kind of what was needed for the time being. And just, what happened. So, turns around and that's just, what happened. So, turn around and we will move forward, and just continue growing stronger and learning more, and we'll do it in a tribute to him. Chris?
Yes.
Anything to say?
Sorry to hear about your loss. I mean, we just lost our husky. We actually have 2 huskies. Lost one of the youngest husky to a condition called pyometra, which is this husky was 15. Full full breed Siberian Husky. So I know how you feel. It's much harder when the Husky had a companion, and now the companion had nobody to play with but this 3-year-old dog who's just so drastically hyper. But we're trying to move forward as well, as you say. So I mean, it's a hard thing to do, especially after my wife has had these Huskies almost, pretty much half of her life. So
Yeah, and I
trying to just
think,
move on and.
as sad as it is to say, it's kind of a weird way, I think, a preparation for, storm season, and turns around and, whoops, did not mean to do that. Alright, move back, there we go. Sorry, in the background, I'm doing more things. But I think in a weird way, it's kind of preparing us for storm season and just really a new way that it's, just going to get us ready for storm season. So I think that it, will grow and just turn around and get better and better. So that's what I think. But I think that we will turn around and prepare to wrap up this episode of the podcast because it's we did start late, so we will turn around and call it a night and a end of this podcast. So we will turn around and get done with it for the night. Chris, any last words?
Nope. Besides computer fixed, which is driving me nuts that nobody can't see me. Everybody else have a safe day. Up north, be careful. I know it's extremely cold up there over the northeast, so you guys be careful up there. So anyway, have a good night.
And thank you to everybody for watching. We're sorry that this week was shorter. Next week, everything will be fixed. And we have a great guest and great episode next week. So we look forward to it next week, and we look forward to having you guys back. So thank you for watching, and have a good night.